This is the third day of the dig at the Old Kirk salt pan. We've been working away today largely trying to clean things up. Well, initially trying to clean things up, but there's also been a little bit of excavation going on and also some landscaping. We've got lots of developments actually since yesterday. It's quite funny how just cleaning the site up, going that little bit down into the brickwork has revealed so much more about the site. So I'll show you what we've got. This is for me the most fascinating section here. The brickwork that we thought was fairly random may have been just patching initially. We thought it was just bits and pieces that had been brought into the pan maybe to make the sole where the furnace would be stronger, but it's not at all. It's very clearly a structure, so I'll try not to walk on it because it's all in the process of being recorded. This line here, very long trench, is actually the ash pit underneath one of the furnaces. The bit of metal that we just had the top of revealed yesterday, this section here, is a big iron beam, whether it's cast or wrought, we're not quite sure yet. And it's one of the beams that would have held the grate, the branders for the coal. So there would have been iron bars running across this way, perpendicular to the beams, and they would have formed a burning surface. So this here is the pit that was collecting the ashes. So at the far side of the site, to the south end, there would have been a door, one below which would have taken ash out, and one above where you would have fired the coal furnace. And there's two of these, so there's one here and there's one over here. This one over here, we've not got the iron bar, but we have got the slot, which you'll just see in there, where it came from. So we're fairly confident now that this is the development that's shown in Brownrigg's plan of later salt pans, or late 18th century salt pans. Two furnaces, deep pits, for ash pits that could be emptied from the end of the pan, from where you're firing them as well. But this site over here is still got lots to reveal. We're coming to the conclusion that the opening that we had yesterday, we found yesterday, the archway running across, is a proper arch which would have been accessible, and a doorway. Ground level on the outside must therefore have been significantly below where we are now, and even below the excavation level that we're down at there, which is probably another 2 feet below this level. We're going to go down tomorrow, so the plan is to try and investigate a little bit more about the early history of the site. We know that all of this dates probably from the end of the 18th century and into the 19th century. So this is the way the pans were operating in their later history. They're most efficient, burning on iron bars, grates, trying to get as much as they could out of the coal. Prior to that, the coal was burnt just on the floor, and we're hoping that we can take a trench across at least part of the site tomorrow that'll take us down to that 17th century level where they were burning the coal just right on the deck, significantly below where we are now. So it'll mean taking trenches through this ashy material, so all the black that we can see here is ash, through this debris in here. This is where lots of the bricks fallen from the pan supports, and also the old rivets that we were coming across. In fact, there's still some rivets in situ in the other pit, and we'll go across this other side to see if we can find any evidence of an opening similar to the one on the west side. We're also looking now, we can see quite clearly that this line here, this is stone, this is brick, and the stone probably relates to the original 17th century pan. So we're going to go down the face of that as well. So lots to play for tomorrow still. We've got a morning only, I think. We're starting work tomorrow as well, just preparing the site on the wagon way. We're not actually going to do any excavation or anything, but we're starting to prepare that. So we've got limited resources, but we've got lots still to be done. And we'll get going with it, and I'll hopefully catch up tomorrow after we've finished and we've recorded everything down here at the Old Kirk.